John Giannone from our spot between the benches. Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show. In our studio, Henrik Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette. And guys, we start with the way it finished. Matthew Robertson scores his 4th career goal. Henrik, I got a feeling he can probably score 100 more and maybe not as amazing as what we just saw.
Yeah, it was just great to watch the guys smile again. Thinking about how the night started, John, with the 94 legends in the building before puck drop, and it felt like they brought some magic into the building for us. And, you know, as a fan of the game, you want to see the Rangers team win at home and get the fans involved. And it was just, to me, a very solid 60-minute performance by this team. You know, we talked a lot about awareness and attention to details and how the game ended here. Great individual effort. And as a goalie, that's hard when they cut in like that. You kind of expect
I don't know, Hank. You would have had it.
But it's just great skill to use the defender like this and go on the inside like that and a quick shot. Because if you wait too long, that defender is going to lift your stick and kind of take away the opportunity to shoot. But great effort and a great end to this game. And you know, we talked a lot about confidence going into this game and just create some sort of positive energy, not look too much in the standings, more about this game alone. And again, we talked about the legends being in the house. Yeah. You want to make it a special night, and it turned out to be a special night.
And a relief, too. Jonathan Quick getting the win, John. Look, after 12 games and not being able to break through, 2 games of the 12 that he's lost were in overtime. So that's where my heart goes in this one. I'm just happy for him to get that over with. I'd hate for him to end a season on a losing streak like that. And I think the next thing I think about, John, is just what the players are going through mentally after the letter and waiting for the other shoe to drop and whether or not their name is going to be called to get moved. And I think that that's something that these players did a good job of parking for most of this game. A game that I thought was loose at moments, pretty pass happy. But for them to be able to get through that, it's almost like, I don't know, John, before you married Jill, you're dating in high school, and that girl that you're going to break up with, it's not going great. All of a sudden, maybe she asks you out on a couple more dates, but you haven't kind of broken it off yet. Is that what it feels like for some of the players? It does feel that way. Because as soon as you think or you have an inkling that you're going to get traded, it's almost like one of your feet is out the door already, and you're already thinking like that mentally. And I think that, you know, that's the touchy part of this game that the players were able to get through.
I hope my wife's not watching.
It was before Jill. It was a high school date. I'm sure you've been dumped a few times, John.
More than a few, can't you tell? No shortage of will in this game for the Rangers, by the way. Will Cooley scored the first goal in the first period, and it was Will Borgen with less than 7 minutes left after the Rangers had given up a 1-goal lead in the second period. Will Borgen ties it on a well-placed shot with traffic in front, guys.
A little bit of accidental offense, but accidentally on purpose. I think by design, defensemen are doing a good job of shooting off net. And off net shots, if you have a clear view with the goalie, is the shot to take. And you're getting away from seeing players in the NHL, whether it's a forward playing back on the point or a D-man, just shooting it on net to get a shot on net. And that was really a smart shot because Peak was tied up with Lafreniere and it was off of his back and in the back of the net.
Yeah, we saw 2 goals tonight that, you know, it's an okay shot, but it's more the traffic, it's the chaos in front that creates that opportunity. Yeah. It just shows how important it is as soon as you get the puck up to the blue line, to your D-man, whatever you can, make your way into the net and just make it harder for the goaltender to focus on that shot, to see it, even to set your feet. Yeah. You know, I was a little concerned if there was a goaltender interference on the play, but watching it a couple times on the replay, it was a great goal. And Lafreniere did a great job of stopping and kind of get out of the way from Korpisalo and not create that goaltender interference.
So the tying goal from defenseman Will Borgen, the game winner with 67 seconds left in overtime from defenseman Matthew Robertson. And that's where we begin the post-game reaction after the 4-3 Ranger win over the Bruins.
I do, yeah. I remind myself, honestly, as much as I can, just how hard it is to get here and just to keep pushing because, I mean, you can go back to where I was easily. You can get sent down at any time. So I think for me is just to try and get better each day and not take any day for granted.
There's been a lot of things going on with this team. You guys go out to California, couldn't win. tonight you're down in the third period. What does it say about this group that you guys were able to come back and get this one?
Yeah, I mean, we faced a lot of adversity this year, and I think just to take it day by day, shift by shift, I think that's all we can do. Not worry about the outside noise, but just focus on ourselves and trying to get better.
What were the emotions for you when you saw the puck go in?
Yeah, honestly, just blacked out and just smiled. I was excited, and I mean, it's huge for us just to get the win.
Just the response, too, from your teammates, just the big group hug at the end and everything. Just what were the emotions for you and the feelings?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got trampled there in the corner, so I mean, I think the boys were pretty excited. I think many guys saw me scoring there, so I was super excited.
What were you trying to do on the ice when you scored that goal?
I was honestly skating up, and I was gonna pull back and delay, but then I thought I had a step on the guy and just kind of blacked out from there.
And just to kind of go back to what it means to get a win like this for your group, the response that you showed in the first period and the third period again, and then to get the momentum in your favor and get the overtime winner.
Yeah, I think it was huge. Just faced some adversity, some resilience from our group, and I think it was huge moving forward.
I think you guys had 34 hits as well tonight, so just to match the physicality in the way that you did, what goes into an effort like that?
Yeah, I mean, for us to win, I think we got to play a physical north-south game, and we did that tonight.
You say think at all about the last time you played this team? Was that motivation for you at all, or did you just kind of not think about it?
Yeah, I mean, you always owe a team when you let in as many as we did, but at the end of the day, we just have, business as usual. We need to take care of the game in front of us, and I think we came in with a good mindset today. We can't sit around and feel bad for ourselves. We need to attack and go forward, and if you're going to make mistakes, make them playing hard. And, I thought for the most part today we played a pretty solid game. It was a hard-fought game. They've been playing pretty well this year, so, they're a good team, so I think we should feel good about this win.
What do you think about your start? I know on the road trip you were alluding to the fact that you guys were coming out ready to play, but maybe the urgency wasn't there. What was different tonight?
Just a little more attention to detail. I think we came out with urgency, just the attention to detail that led to mistakes, to giving teams juice out the beginning of the game. I thought we were a little more detailed today. Obviously, I know, just like I said, it's just a hard-fought game. Both teams played a good game, and it's fitting that it came to overtime, and anything can happen. And like I said, I'm just super happy for Robbie to get that.
What does it do for your group as well, just to win the game in the way that you did, and to do a lot of things well to get the win?
Yeah, especially to come back in the third. That just we threw a lot of pucks at the net tonight. We had pucks and bodies. 2 of the 3 goals were good examples of that, just shooting pucks with sticks and people. And I just think we should, try to enjoy this, but also feel hungry going into the next one, not just sit back and realize that we got to win. I think it's important that we carry this momentum into this week before the break. I think we have, 3 or 4 more games before the break, so let's try to, end on a good note before February comes.
JT, is there a feeling of just kind of savoring these last few days that you might have this group together?
To be honest with you, I try to think about it. It is what it is at this point. We have a close group in here. This isn't the position any of us thought we were going to be in at the start of the season, but it's a business, and we're just trying to treat it like normal days. We have a lot of fun together in this room, so I don't think we're worried about that. We're just going to go day to day.
Any sweeter beating the Bruins after what happened the last time you played them?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's nice to feel like you need to respond anytime the team puts up that many against you. But I think that we're more worried about our day-to-day process and how we can get a win. They haven't been coming much lately, and I think that was just a little boost of confidence, hopefully, for the group today.
Just Matthew Robertson obviously gets the overtime winner. Gabe Perreault assists yours. Just to see the way these younger guys are trying to pull their weight, trying to get better. What impresses you about the way they've been playing lately?
Yeah, we need guys like them to chip in. Robbie's come so far in his game this year. I think he might not get as much credit offensively. I think he's got some game, offensively. I think he can make some plays, and I thought you can obviously see that. To slip a guy like that, and that's a high-end play today. So to see it get rewarded for that's nice. And I think that Gabe is just really coming along. He makes a lot of plays away from the puck, and I think that's just. When you're that age, it's all about earning a leash. I've been in that position, and, he takes care of the puck. He does what he's supposed to, and, he has that ability right there today to make high-end plays, too, that, we've seen up to this level. So I'm happy for them. They're big parts of our team, and I'm sure they're only going to get better with more experience.
Rangers win for only the 5th time this season when trailing headed to the 3rd, thanks to Matthew Robertson in overtime. Quite the goal in a 4-3 Rangers win.